going to take a look out at St. Augustine right now, where we're keeping an eye on things with our very own Zach Wilcox. Now, Zach, St. Augustine, you have high tide in about 20 minutes. Have you seen some water washing over the seawall and ponding on roadways as well?
Well, Lee, we've been keeping an eye on it all night. We've been popping out of the truck every 30 minutes or so while we're editing just to see where we're at. But it's still, I'm happy to report, about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet before the water reaches the top of the seawall. It's actually kind of hard to see at night, but still a little bit of distance there. So that's the good news. I tell you what, Avenida Menendez here is usually what we focus on during hurricanes and severe weather, the flooding that comes in here on this section. But actually the worst flooding we experienced tonight was a couple miles north of here up on San Marco Avenue, where if any customers were trying to get into businesses up there, they were definitely making quite the splash on the way through the door.
Living the dream, scooping the cream.
Tessa Taylor opened her ice cream shop Scoop back in 2020 so she could live the American dream. As much attention as St. Augustine gets during hurricanes, she feels it's actually the winter storms that more often put her shop at risk of flooding.
On the nor'eastern specifically, we get a lot of the flooding up to our sidewalk, if not to the middle of it. Sometimes we've even got it in the shop itself, a couple feet in here.
Taylor says sandbags will usually keep the water from getting inside, and they just try to make the most of it.
Oh, we'll be taking skimboards, surfboards, all of it. Playing in the water.
Taylor wasn't the only one soaking the storm in, as Saturday night was a busy one in downtown St. Augustine. Trolley tours were filled with people in ponchos, caroling as they checked out the nights of lights. Some folks were even willing to stand in line in the rain to get into their favorite restaurants.
We have our guests in here from Palm Beach County, so we're very excited.
4 hours to be here.
So we didn't want to break our plans. We rode the tram around to see the lights. And
Rain doesn't stop us. We're always up for a good time.
Hopefully the next time they drive up to see the lights, they can leave the ponchos in Palm Beach.
We're going to come back again when it's not raining.
So Taylor, as optimistic as she was in that interview, she did mention that with the flooding that she sees right in front of her shop there and the parking spots that get full of water, it's a little tough for people to park there. It's tough for people to walk in, especially when the puddles get past, a little bit higher up. That way it really doesn't do any services for the foot traffic. So she's hoping that the drainage work that they're doing up or down here rather along Avenida Menendez will kind of have a trickle down effect, so to speak, no pun intended there, all the way up toward San Marco Avenue, so that hopefully she'll see less flooding during events like this. In St. Augustine, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News on your side.